Picture this: a world stripped of freedom, a life defined by cold steel bars and a constant threat of violence. This is the harsh reality of prison life. A place where overcrowding is common, personal space is a luxury, and violence isn't just a possibility, it's a given. The everyday life of an inmate is a psychological trial, an unending battle against fear and stress. It's a world that can break the strongest men and bend the most resilient minds. And for Aiden Fucci, this world could soon become his reality. Aiden Fucci, a teenager who once led a normal life, now faces a future of confinement and uncertainty. In a shocking turn of events, Fucci was accused of a heinous crime that shook his community to its core. His life, once filled with the everyday ups and downs of adolescence, was abruptly interrupted by the gavel of justice. The accusation was grave: murder. The victim, Tristan Bailey, a fellow teenager whose life was cut tragically short. The wheels of justice began to turn swiftly. Fucci was arrested. His face splashed across the media, his name linked with a horrifying act. The trial that followed was a whirlwind of evidence, testimonies, and legal jargon. The courtroom was a far cry from the schoolyards and suburban streets Fucci was accustomed to. The final sentencing came like a thunderclap. The judge's words echoed in the silent courtroom. Life in prison. A sentence that meant the end of Fucci's freedom. His world, once limitless, reduced to the confines of a prison cell. Fucci, once a free teenager, now awaits his fate in the hands of the American justice system. With a life sentence looming, Fucci's future hangs in the balance. Aiden Fucci, once a free teenager, now faces the severe implications of his actions. His youth, which should have been spent exploring life's possibilities, is now overshadowed by the weight of his crime. A life sentence for a person his age is not just a punishment, it's a lifelong purgatory. How will this play out for Fucci? Well, prison is a different world with its own set of rules. Fucci's youth could potentially make him more vulnerable, placing him at the mercy of seasoned inmates. His crime, marked by its severity, may also follow him within those walls, influencing how he is perceived and treated. Lifetime imprisonment is a grim prospect for anyone, let alone a teenager. It means saying goodbye to the world as he knows it, trading freedom for a lifetime within a confined space. It means growing up, growing old, and potentially dying within the same four walls. It's a reality that's hard to fathom for most of us, yet it's a reality that Fucci may have to confront. The psychological toll cannot be understated. The constant vigilance, the lack of privacy, the perpetual tension. It's a harsh life that can break even the toughest of spirits. For Fucci, who is still in the formative years of his life, the impact could be even more profound. As we conclude, keep in mind that prison life is a world away from the freedoms we cherish. For Aiden Fucci, that world could soon become his everyday reality.